It's now time for the morning show on XL7-TV.
Welcome to the morning show. Good morning, and how are you, Scooter?
Wonderful. And by the way, bye, Bob.
Bye, Bob.
Bob came in to terrorize us today.
Just a little.
Just a little bit.
It was fun. Well,
And
more terrorize you than terrorize me.
Yes, and I do got to start this off with whoop, whoop, whoop. I know you're trying to go into a conversation, but I do want to clarify because it was brought up yesterday morning by Bob that I did not whoop whoop, and I did. I went back and
you
checked
did,
it.
and he ate crow. He went on Facebook and posted.
He says it's all part of the game, but I think he thought he caught me.
He will one day.
Yeah,
One day.
We'll see.
All right.
We'll see. I'm not giving him that glory. I'm not doing it. I did call him up though, and I'm like, if you're gonna give me a hard time on the air, at least be right.
I know, right?
According
that
to
makes
him,
all the difference.
Now I got to get in the other side of it. I got to give him credit because I did second guess myself by him. Until about noon, when I finally had time to go back and watch it. I'm like, I said it right here. He's over there laughing. So, good job, Bob. Goodbye. All right, well, good morning.
Well, good morning. Welcome to the morning show. I'm David Stroud here with Scooter Scott Callies, and we are happy you are joining us today, even though we're rambling on right off the bat.
Good morning, Gigi.
Good morning, Gigi.
I gotta put that out there. Good morning, Gigi. I hope you have a wonderful morning this morning.
You got any good stories? We always take at least 5 minutes for stories.
I just did my good story. No, I really don't. We got wrestling coming. I do want to mention that.
Kind of a sad one.
It is, and it is. This is the state freestyle championship. This was what Claire, the preset to lead you into Fargo. So you got to finish in the top 3.
Yeah.
Move on to Fargo. But my son is a senior. This is the last hurrah.
The last hurrah.
He has decided that he's going to go to Fayetteville for college. They don't have wrestling.
That's all right.
And he liked the college, and that's kind of where he wants to go. And I wish they did have wrestling. But this will be his final matches as far as on a mat. So
it's been a heck of a run.
He's had an outstanding run. I could not be more proud of what he's accomplished and what he's pushed him through to reach his own goals and what he's done as far as that goes. And, and it's just sad on a dad point to see it it come to an end. I understand. I mean, he's been doing this for 12 years or something, and he's wrestled at a very high level. He's always done nationals. He's got to wrestle for the USA Arkansas team 2 years running, and so he's competed at a very high level, and he really pushes himself through the whole season, and he's done an amazing job. I understand him kind of wanting to take a break from it.
He'll miss it.
He's going to miss it, and he knows that. He said, I'm either going to miss it now or miss it later, but the colleges that we went to that had wrestling that we did go out and look at or whatever, the colleges just didn't seem to be a perfect fit for him.
And that happens.
And he's familiar with Fayetteville because that's where his sister went. And so it looks like that's the avenue we're going. So it's kind of it's a fun tournament, but it's also going to be kind of sad because it's the last time.
Yeah.
So.
It's going to be okay.
I'll be able to coach him at this one. So
yeah, good.
It'll be fun.
Life moves on.
We're just gonna go out and have fun.
Oh yeah.
Just like we did it in the last nationals. There's no more pressure on him anymore. No more nothing. Win or lose, he's just gonna go out and have a ball, and whatever happens, just happens.
Good. Nothing wrong with that.
No. So I'm excited for him. I am. I'm excited for the next step, and.
Oh, he'll enjoy it over there in Fayetteville. There's so much to do over there.
Oh yeah.
You know,
he already knows Fayetteville from spending time over there with his sister.
Yeah.
And he's already familiar with it. He's already ready to go. And
good.
So
he'll have a great summer and then head off to college and let the journey begin of nothing but schoolwork.
Yes. Schoolwork and a lot of money.
It'll be good, though. Kirsten almost went there, but decided on Jonesboro. That's okay, too. She knew a lot of people over there, you know?
Yeah, it's to each his own. I mean, everybody likes their own different colleges, and we got some of Austin's friends that we met at other colleges that Austin didn't really care much for the college, but it fit them, the other ones, and so everybody's different. I mean,
that's all that matters.
Find what feels right for you.
You find what fits for you, and you go for it.
Yep.
I'm just glad he's going for it.
He is.
Yeah.
He is. I'm glad he's going to college. He's going to further himself and bettering himself, and I'm not one of them sticklers that everybody has to go to college, blah blah blah. And I hate that a lot of businesses put that big of a staple on it.
Yeah.
But for a lot of businesses, it's not about what you majored in.
No.
It's that you were willing to take the time.
You showed up for 4 years.
Yeah, and try to better yourself. And it does say a lot for you. And I did really encourage him to go. But, whatever. He had to make his own decisions.
Right.
And he has decided he's going. So.
Good. Very good.
All right. We'll move on.
There we go. 7:06. It's time. Roller Funeral. Time to start the show. Roller Funeral Home, with all our respect. They have 29 in the state, one in Memphis, Tennessee. And we sure do appreciate them in our time of need when we lose a loved one. Let's pause now for the morning prayer. Dear Lord, thank you for everything you've given me. Thank you for everything you've done in my life. And thank you for this wonderful country that we live in. I just want to thank you for being there for me when I needed it most, even though I sometimes didn't think you were. I want to thank you for watching over my family and all the families that live in our beautiful Twin Lakes area and across the nation, around the world. As usual, watch over the children, watch over our first responders and our military, those that put themselves in harm's way. And this I pray, amen.
Amen.
Roller Funeral Home, with all our respect. Give them a call at 870-425-2161 and ask them about pre-need service. Always good to have a plan in place for when the unthinkable happens. And with that, let's go ahead and go to Bob and Linda Zadora of the Z-Team.
Well, folks, have you been trout fishing before?
Not since I was a little kid.
You'll do fine.
Hey, what are you doing?
Aren't you coming along?
See you downriver.
How do you start this motor? I've never been in a boat before.
See you downriver.
Well, folks, have you sold a house before?
Yeah, about 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you'll be okay then.
You sure?
Where are you going?
See you at the closing.
Hey!
At the closing.
We should have called the Z-Team.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. Bob and Linda Zadora of the Z-Team. Century 21 Lee Mack Realty will take care of you from start to finish. They won't just list and leave. Commercial, and, see you downriver. It's not going to happen with them. And
I love it.
And you can tell that by their awards. I mean, they don't really tout them, but they have some of the highest earned awards through Century 21 for customer service, and that's because they take care of their people.
And they put out these Pinnacle Awards, and there's a lot of other people that have won Pinnacle Awards. I mean, there's people that sell more homes than the Z-Team does.
Mm-hmm.
But to win the Presidential Award, and that's one of the biggest awards that they put out, is based on customer service.
Yep.
So you got to have a certain amount of sales. I mean, you've got to be a bigger company, but you also have to have people that are willing to take the time and say, yes, I've been happy with them. Yes, you go to their site and they've got more 5-star reviews, and that says a lot for business, because when you're busy as they are, to be able to keep up with the business and keep that customer service, that says a lot. I mean, you guys are doing something right.
Exactly. Couldn't have said it better myself. Listen to him over there.
Yeah, since I took over. So you go ahead.
It's all good.
You go ahead.
Let's take a look at the White River.
Okay.
Brought to you by Bob and Linda Zadora of the Z-Team. That is called our Arkansas, the horseshoe bend of the White River. But it's full right now. We're trying to drain all the water we can out of them lakes to make it beautiful for the summer. Right, Scooter?
It is full and moving.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of water in that river.
It's a beautiful, beautiful country, and brought to you by Bob and Linda Zadora on their website at retiredarkansas.net. Look, it's just amazing view this morning. I love that the time has changed, and now we're getting that full color, and the trees are green, and the grass is beautiful. Isn't it?
Amen.
Amen.
I love the green. I mean, you can see the baseball field. Everything's greening up nicely.
Mm-hmm. Amazing shot by Bob and Linda Zadora of the Z Team. They've also got this one that moves around. There we go. Zooms in and out different areas. They go to the train tracks. They'll be up in Missouri, Scooter Mountain. You can kind of see it up there to the left, just that little silhouette hump right there.
Yep.
It zooms in so close to that. It's amazing how well these cameras work. It's going
City
into
Hall.
the City Hall of Collar, Arkansas. If you've never been to Collar, you should take a trip down there. Really pretty area with the Collar Spring. If you want to get cold, they got a rope spring. You can go jump in the water. It's just amazing. If you're looking to buy or sell a home, contact the Z Team, 870-405-0793. They are senior real estate specialists, so if you're looking to downsize to something more manageable or move back with family, they can help you sell that home and find something a little closer to town, a little, easier to keep clean. I know that's what I would want. I wouldn't want a big hanging house anymore that I've got to vacuum and
That's where I'm
sweep.
getting at. I mean, Austin's moving out to Fayetteville to college, and that's our last one, and we're probably going to downsize.
Yeah.
I don't think we need that big of a house that we got, but we'll still go with a decent house, but it just won't be quite that big.
Sure. See, and there you go. Contact the Z Team for all your real estate needs. They are licensed in Arkansas and Missouri.
Look at that water moving.
I know, it is
A
flowing.
lot of current.
That is like tons of CFMs that they said on the phone when I was doing the
Yes.
dam I called today.
Well, they've got their generations going, but they also got some spillways open and just trying to dump some water.
Mm-hmm.
But they got to watch. I mean, that's all controlled through Newport, so we don't put too much water on them downriver. So
That's right. All right. Beautiful view brought to you by the Z Team. Oh, look at the Rainbow Bridge, and it's just colorful, and water's flowing, and let's go fishing.
I will say this, as green as things are getting, and I know I need to put it back on your screen because I don't have it up there yet, but allergies are coming out with it.
Yes.
And right now, just so people know, tree pollen is very high.
Mm-hmm.
They've got it listed the next 3 days is very, very high. Grass pollen's high. Of course, ragweed, that won't be until later in the season. So people that with allergies and stuff like that, keep in mind things are blooming out and allergies are coming.
It's that time of year again. Let's take a look at the weather. Mountain Home is at 54, Harrison at 52, Batesville at 50, Yellville at 48, Marshall at 50, Salem at 48, Mountain View at 50, Calico Rock at 54, West Plains at 48, Springfield, Missouri at 50, Poplar Bluff at 46, and St. Louis at 43. So they have the low this morning at 43. Look at the National Weather Radar. Look at that swath of...
Swath.
I knew you'd like that word. Swath of, looks like snow, maybe sleet, up in the Pacific Northwest, Montana, Idaho, and parts of Colorado.
Well, look what's coming up from down south.
Wyoming. There we
I
go.
think it's dying out, but man, down Birmingham and all that, New Orleans.
Oh, you're down. I'm up in the Pacific Northwest.
I know. I'm
You're
past
down here
that.
in Birmingham,
That's
Alabama.
snow. They get that all the time.
Right.
Sorry.
That's okay. South Arkansas is developing some storms, and Mississippi down into Alabama. Here, we'll go ahead and zoom into it. Check that out. Look at that. Yeah, pretty much across Mississippi, but it does start to dissipate towards the afternoon. It looks like, could that just be cloud cover with somewhat precipitation? I don't know if they're really
you got
getting
some
anything.
red sails down below.
Just a little, yeah. But in southern Arkansas, it looks like it's not real bad. And then towards the afternoon, it starts to go away. If you get up into our neck of the woods, there's not really anything hanging out. Southern Missouri, northern Arkansas looks like it's in the clear. Please hold.
Computers.
There's watches and warnings, but not for our area from when I was looking at earlier. It looks like red flag warning from all the way in Arizona to, what's this, Wisconsin?
Yep.
Look at that. But in our neck of the woods, it's pretty clear. 7-day forecast is Partly cloudy today, I believe. Oh, partly sunny. They call it partly sunny. High of 76. Tonight, mostly clear, low of 49. Friday, partly sunny, high of 79. Friday night, partly cloudy, low of 60. Saturday, partly sunny, then a chance of showers at 50%, high of 77. Saturday night, chance of showers and breezy, low of 46. Sunday, sunny and breezy, high of 63. Sunday night, clear and breezy, then clear, low of 43. Monday, sunny, high of 72. Norfolk Lake water level is at 562.68. Level is just over 10 feet above full pool. They're generating 1. Bull Shoals Lake water level is at 672.53. Their level is over 13 feet above full pool, and they are generating 4. And spillway gates, I did say that. So that's why you see that White River just a-rolling. There's a look at your weather, brought to you by the Z-Team, Bob and Linda Zadora. Give them a call at 870-405-0793. Go to retiredarkansas.net, where you can find their listings and all the MLS listings and a plethora of information about the Ozarks. You like my words.
Plethora and swath.
And swath.
We have the best weather guy.
I could be wrong. I did notice that it did start to change because they had it at like 20%. Now it's 40%. Over the days, since Tuesday.
See?
Exactly.
Oh, I can't be wrong.
There we go. Now I'm pointing in the right. Nope. Yeah.
There you
so
go.
hard to eat.
There you go.
You want to take a break? Come back
No,
with
let's
some
just
community
go
news,
right
just
into
roll right
We're going to
into
roll right into
All right.
it.
Community news brought to you by Mower Warehouse in Mountain Home, Arkansas. They're over on Buzzard Roost Road. For all your outdoor, it's time to clean up the yard because it's green again.
It's time to start doing all the things you don't want to do because it's just that time.
I got all messed up. Give them a call, 870-701-5222. They can service your mower, sell you a new one, do whatever you need. They got leaf blowers and chainsaws and all the parts you could need. You ought to see the inside of this place. It's full of parts. They have full service for all your small engine repair needs.
And it doesn't matter the brand, they'll service anything you got. They carry parts for most brands that are out there. Mm-hmm. They carry a mower depending on, doesn't matter what kind you're looking for. They've got the stand-ups, they got the push, they got the regular riders, they got the huge zero turns with they got the Ferris with the spring load suspension.
Yes.
All those are nice.
It's real comfortable.
Smooth.
You can run it as fast as it'll go and hit all the bumps, and you just be sitting there with your sweet tea.
But they carry one of the largest inventories. I mean, they got mowers out front, on the side, up in the air in these racks. They got them inside. They'll have what you're looking for.
Exactly.
Just stop by, talk to them. They're great people. They will take good care of you.
That's exactly right. All right, we have Friends of the NRA, Friends of the NRA, the Future of Freedom. The annual fundraising banquet, Tuesday, April 18th, 5:30 p.m. at the Baxter County Fairgrounds. That'll be fun.
That is a lot of fun.
Yeah. You ought to see the inside of this, but I'm running over. So the call encounter, Find Your Purpose, Foster the Promise, April 21st, 6 p.m. at the Elms Barn in Flippin. You've seen that barn, haven't you? Big, beautiful thing on the side of the road. Join us for family worship event for individuals, families, small groups, and churches. Come learn about the foster care crisis in our community and how you can be a part of God's solution. Whether it's fostering, volunteering, advocating, or supporting families caring for children, everyone in the audience will be given an opportunity to do something. So that'll be good. April 21st at the Elms Barn. Hiram Shattuck's Health and Rehab Medicaid Awareness. You can join them on April 28th, 11 to 2 p.m. at 1100 Pine Tree Lane in Mountain Home. There'll be a Q&A at 12:30 with Arkansas Asset Protection Group. Lunch and beverages will be provided. That's good. And the 21st Annual Cotter Big Spring Trout Festival, May 6th, 2023, 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. There's going to be all kinds of things going on there. Have you ever been to the Cotter?
Yes, it is packed.
Packed full, lots of things, lots of events, live entertainment. That's, going to be a lot of fun. And the Night with Your Night, Friday, April 21st at the Mountain Home Christian Academy. Let's see, limited seating, reservations required, and tickets are $30, VIP $35. The father-daughter ball, that'll be Saturday, April 22nd And tickets $25, VIP $30. Mountain Home Christian Academy. You've done that.
Yes,
That's a lot
quite
of fun.
a few years.
Yeah. So we'll just roll right on through that.
Well, there you go.
Community News brought to you by Mower Warehouse. For all your outdoor needs, give them a call at 870-701-5222. Look at that, 720.
All right.
I guess that's the new time on Tuesday and Thursday.
Yeah, you're
It's
a
not
little.
7:15.
You're a little.
It's long-winded.
Long-winded.
but yeah, it's okay. People like me.
The verdict is out. All right, we're going to take a break.
All right, we'll be back with Jake Long, Mountain Home School Superintendent.
Hi, Brett, Fritz, and Paisley here at Mower Warehouse on Buzzard Roost Road. We sell Ferris zero-turn mowers that have patented coil spring suspension. Mower Warehouse has the largest selection of Ferris zero-turn mowers in stock. 0% financing available. We buy, sell, trade new and used mowers. Mower Warehouse also services all brands of mowers. We offer free delivery. Come see us for all your mower needs. That's Mower Warehouse on Buzzard Roost Road in Mountain Home, where your business is appreciated.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, it's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, we hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you. Your not-for-profit option since 1979.
When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as they would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite climate-controlled and air-filtered boarding facility in the area with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. 201 also offers professional grooming services. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
Here we go.
SOLAR solar panels. SOLAR solar panels. Well, all you need to do is call the solar guys and smile and save money on the next sunrise. SOLAR solar panels.
Call the Solar Guys, your local solar experts. Find out how you can save money on the next sunrise.
SOLAR solar panels.
All you've ever wanted was a place to write your story. You hear it's not the right time to buy or sell a house, but really, the best time is when it's right for you. The real estate markets, they change, they go up, they go down. One thing that doesn't change is where you want to be in your life. The professionals you team up with will make your story happen. The Z-Team are the professionals you need to hire for your next chapter. So call the Z-Team at 870-405-0793, Century 21 Lemac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East, retired to Arkansas.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. We're visiting with Dr. Jake Long, Superintendent of Mountain Home Public Schools. How are you, sir?
I'm very good.
I'm doing well myself.
Good.
It's been quite the show. I think I had you all laughing over there. It was. It's been quite a month with the Mountain Home Schools. Lots going on. One of the things that you said happened, legislative updates in education, just finished up.
Yeah, so our legislators, of course, they've been in session since the beginning of the year. And one of the first things out of the gate regarding education was the LEARNS bill. And so that was a signature effort by our governor. And so there's a number of things in there that I think it's important for the public to understand. A lot of things in which I do feel like, you know, are good for education, and then definitely some things that are going to be different things to navigate for, the schools. And so start with the initial piece with that was regarding teacher salaries.
Yes.
And so what that did was that required the minimum teacher salary to go to $50,000, and then anybody basically that was above that gets a $2,000 increase. And so that was, that was an effort, and really is a monumental effort, for the, just to rise, bring up the, the profession and make sure that, that is set up and sustained. Of course, our funding is based on current calculations, and so therefore how the local school system develops that beyond those years, because they're really only funding it to that level for this year. Now we're going to get the same amount of funding year after year, but they're only going to fund it to that level for that year. So as people gain more experience, people get more educational attainment, that's going to be left.
Tier up,
that's right.
Yeah.
So that's going to be left to local school districts and our local Board of Education to make the decisions on how we value and what kind of value is placed on that. But overall, I do think that part is good for the teaching profession. Definitely going to be some local compensation challenges for schools. They're going to have to make sure that they, look at their total compensation packages in ways in which we don't overstep something that creates a situation that's not sustainable for the future. So that was the big, one of the big pieces with that. Another piece of it was a focus of the Learns Bill, was a focus on early childhood education and also and then also third grade literacy. And so definitely things that are needed, for our young people, making sure that those foundational literacy elements are being met, and so that kind of put some additional layers into that. Another of the layers was for lack of better terms, a voucher type components there, where some of those vouchers would be available for institutions that choose to go through, basically an accreditation process.
Okay.
And be able to move forward there. So that side of it, it'll be a different, approach for many schools, both public and private, to understand, what's the impact here. But at the same time, I think that they're all things that can be, definitely navigated in the future. But I like the focus on the teaching and learning. I like the bringing up the compensation there.
Mm-hmm.
There were a number of other pieces of legislation that went in place. Of course, with the Learns Bill, we won't fully know everything until the rules and regs, are defined out in the, through the Department of Ed, and so those are all happening, in the days and months to come. So,
sure, but it'll be set by next school year.
Yes, it will. There will be a scramble from both the State Department and the school. Then when it comes out from the State Department, there will be a scramble locally to implement, the policies that make sure that our policies are in accordance to the law, because, the teacher fair dismissal law was repealed, through this.
Yeah.
And so that side of it, will require a comprehensive policy overhaul for us. And so, and then all that will have to be done by the end of June, which is the turnover of the fiscal year and really contract year for everybody. So, our legislators, for the most part, they stayed very, in touch with me on a number of those things. Some of the things we, definitely agreed on, and then, some of them that, I just provided some of the feedback, provided some of the feedback there as well. So, So, more to come there, but, so our legislative, session is, does happen every 2 years, and so they won't meet again until 2025, and so we'll see kind of where all that goes. But we also had a very interesting and I think beneficial event on Tuesday night, in which we had a really good turnout for. The district has been taking on a student behavioral support program, and so the reason why we did that is we're seeing, and I'm not going to. I don't know that if it was COVID, but we kind of saw it coming on before COVID, and of course we've all heard about some of the mental health challenges that do exist, but along with that comes, some behavioral challenges with our younger students. And so of course we know that for teaching and learning to occur, the kids need to be in a state of behavior in which the teacher can teach and the students can
learn.
focus and learn.
Yeah.
And so whenever those challenges do exist within the classroom, then we got to come up with ways to offset provide interventions, establish a good working within the classroom. And so we implemented a behavioral intervention system. And so one of the things that we provided was on Tuesday night, the director that has been our liaison here locally for our educators actually put on an event for parents. And so we've had parents tell us, hey, I need some help. I need some support at home. We need to know, kind of what's going on at school. What are some of the strategies and techniques that you're utilizing at school that I can then implement at home. And so that alignment, that coordination is important.
Very much so, yeah.
And we know that the success of students at school greatly hinges on that parent-teacher relationship and ensuring that triangle is complete. And so I've heard some very good things about the intervention. Of course, Marty, the lady that supported that, she's awesome. And so there was a good turnout, and so I'm proud of Miss Heather Hatman, Mr. Matt Sutton, and those guys for helping to put that on. So
yeah, that's good to hear. I mean, it starts in the home, but also in the classroom. You got to get, like you said, that triangle cohesion put together, and having these meetings help.
That's right.
Communication is key.
That's right. Mm-hmm. That's right. It always is, and it does. You're right. It starts at the home, and it starts, at those very young, most formative years. And so it goes back to the, early childhood education initiative. I mean, we have some very good preschool options, here within our community, and daycare options. And so I do feel like our community is blessed in that aspect, but some parents don't have those kind of options.
Sure.
Of course, it's expensive, and any kind of child care is expensive. But I think that it'll be interesting to see how that all plays out. One of the things that we do have established here locally is a early childhood education. Basically preschool alliance.
Mm-hmm.
And so that really came out of some conversations that were happening a year ago within the concern of, if the millage does go through, you reorganize, is the school district going to just completely take over, all early childhood education services? And the answer to that is no. But it also exposed the need for us to have a good working collaborative relationship between all the agencies that want to be involved in town and the school district. And so that's really opened up some lines of communication. I've learned a lot from those ladies that run those programs, a lot about what they do, a lot of things that we can make and ease some of the transitions, into it. And so all those things are very important in creating a well-rounded, community-based educational model. And they're also great I mean, let's face it, our employers have to have it as well.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to have some way to support, the workforce so that employers can, so those parents can go to work.
Right.
And so it's many different layers between student achievement, student behavior, workforce, community need, it's just a critical component of it. So
Definitely. It's 7:35. Let's go ahead and take a break. We'll come back with more from Dr. Jake Long, Superintendent of Mountain Home Schools.
Are you looking for the best barbecue in 2 states?
Holy smokes!
Want the meatiest fall-off-the-bone ribs?
Holy smokes!
The most tender and delicious pulled pork?
Holy smokes!
The tastiest brisket in the Ozarks?
Holy smokes!
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering is the only place you need to go. Dine in, carry out, and the best food for your next catered event.
Holy smokes!
We're your mountain home for great barbecue cooking.
Holy smokes!
A higher calling for your taste buds.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment, their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Overhead Door, a garage door company that has been with your family from the beginning, through all the ups and downs of life. From the small repairs to making your vision a reality. Overhead Door, your trusted garage door expert since 1921. Be sure you're getting the genuine, the original overhead door service.
Call Overhead Door Company of North Arkansas today in Mountain Home.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. Dr. Jake Long has joined us, and we're talking pretty much everything school district-wise. One of them is the Mountain Home FFA, and they're going to be having their annual plant sale. That'll be April 21st from 2 to 6 p.m. Does that draw a lot of people?
It does. It does. Of course, our staff, they kind of get a early opportunity for some of those things. And,
well, that's good. They get the pick of the litter, is what you're saying. Nothing wrong with that.
But yeah, our Mr. Carson White, Josh Baker, Tyler Lewis, Jackie Albright, and those guys, they just do a fantastic job with that program in general. Of course, this is in alignment with our plant science program, and so our kids can actually take this course, which is an FFA course, but it also aligns with and gives the students credit for a high school science credit, and so it's definitely a great program. Kids get in there and they get their hands dirty and they see the fruits of their labor. Of course, that's what it's all about, is creating those engaging hands-on learning environments. And then, they get to take, and the community can come in and they can buy some of the products and plants. And
it supports them, yeah.
And it supports the program, and it keeps, that ongoing. And, of course, anything that's made off that is then, invested directly back into the program and making it, creating more opportunities for the students. And so we do have just really what I would say elite greenhouse over there. It really is. We got a grant from the State Department regarding that. Is about an $80,000 grant. And so it's a really good investment there. And so if you haven't gotten to see that, whenever those plants and everything comes for sale, go see the facility, go see the products, go see what the students are doing there, because that's what learning's all about right there.
Yeah, definitely. That's located behind the high school?
It is located behind the high school. Okay.
So when they have the sale, will people go to the back?
That's right.
Okay.
So you'll enter in, and I think that's a Saturday, is it?
Yeah, it's Saturday. Well, it starts Friday, April 21st from 2 to 6 p.m., but then they can go again starting 8 a.m. Saturday on the 22nd.
All right, that's right. So, it'll be after school. You do go in behind the high school and between the
new retirement home.
Yeah, retirement facility. I can't think of the name right off the top of my head.
That's
lost
all right.
it. But
that's okay.
Take the road there, and you'll see the greenhouse back there, and there's parking out in front. So
yeah, that'll be great.
Yeah, they do a great job. Of course, they're going to have another major fundraiser here in the month of May, which they have an auction and a fish fry, and those are their two main fundraisers over the course of the year. Of course, Mr. Baker and those guys, they haul the students everywhere.
Yes, they do.
I mean, they take them to multiple places, multiple times a year, and
get in late.
That's right, and they're just really, really, they go above and beyond in providing the opportunities for kids. And a lot of people don't know this, but in their competitions, it's a lot more than just pick chickens and pigs and plants and all that. I mean, there's finance, there's leadership, there's public speaking, there's all those things that make a good quality employee that make them better. So I wanted to take a minute and kind of transition that point to talk about an opportunity that we had last Friday. And so the last Friday was a non-student Good Friday. It was a non-student attendance day, but our staff was still contracted. And so we had been planning for a couple of years for our teachers, and this is every teacher 1st through 12th grade, went out into the workforce and spent some time with some of the employers. And so in education speak, we call those externships. And so that's basically our teachers going out to the workforce, seeing and hearing from employers here within our community to find out what our kids need to be learning, experiencing, and what's some of their perspective. Having community partners that partnered up with us to provide those opportunities are priceless. And our teachers really, they get the feedback. Some of them saw things within their community that they had no idea existed. And so seeing those things, hearing those things, and then knowing that, hey, they're working, current day to mold, the future for those people, because we all are reliant on people for the effectiveness of all things that we do, whether we're manufacturing, whether we're customer service, communication, broadcasting. It requires people. And for our teachers to hear from our employers, just strengthens those, the needs that we hear. And now, so what our teachers will be doing is they'll be collaborating over the next 2 or 3 months, coming together, having conversations. Okay, at the hospital we saw this, or at Vex's Boats we saw this. And so they'll be coming together and saying, okay, we can create a lesson plan, or we can create some procedures within our classroom that align to what they're saying here. The customer service industry, one of the things whenever there was a disgruntled customer was, what do? You apologize, and you work in the customer service to make it right. And to create an experience where they want to come back again.
Right.
We've all been in that situation where if our experience is not, what we want, that doesn't make us want to come back and go there. So hearing those things, our educators will now go to work and come up with ways to support those. So the teacher externships, I've never seen a school system or even heard of a school system that created these type of opportunities of learning and community partnership like Mountain Home does.
Oh, that was
nowhere.
It was a great idea, because Carla and Steph went to Gaston's and met the head chef and toured the kitchen. They loved it.
Yes. So there was just another. I mean, we know how important tourism is to our local economy. And it's already starting right now. I mean, you come into town like this afternoon, Thursdays, Fridays, Saturday. I mean, people everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, and then only as we get closer to the summer months, does that only increase?
Yeah.
And so how much our community is reliant on tourism, and
it's a big number.
it is a huge number, and that's why you're seeing, our local tax revenue, our local dollars coming in this community continue to rise. It's because people just continue to come here.
Yes.
Maybe not permanent, for
we'll take visitors.
That's right, and but at the same time, that's what's kind of different about this place than many other places.
Yeah,
so.
Definitely. 7:46. Let's go ahead and take another break. We'll be back with more from Dr. Jake Long.
At Letty's Mexican Restaurant, we're here to keep you safe during these difficult times, as well as serve you the best Mexican food in the area. That's why we've installed a convenient pickup window for all your to-go and pickup orders, as well as a covered outdoor seating area. Give us a call at 870-435-2532 to order your next meal. And don't forget, Letty's also provides catering for small parties or big events. Experience the best in Mexican cuisine. Letty's in Gassville.
The 10th annual Night with Your Knight and Father-Daughter Ball will be coming up April 21st and 22nd each night at the Shed in Mountain Home. Dads and daughters or mothers and sons date night, filled with dancing, dessert, a keepsake gift, and a limo ride. Don't miss an opportunity to make some memories. Tickets on sale now at mountainhomechristianacademy.com. That's the 10th annual Night with Your Knight and Father-Daughter Ball on April 21st and 22nd at the Shed in Mountain Home. Don't miss it.
Harry, I think you were right. I hate to say it.
Are you talking to me?
Yes, I think it is finally time for us to move out of this place. Someplace closer to the churches, doctors, someplace you don't have to mow a huge yard. It's time we downsize.
No, I've seen that hottest hotshot agent guy. He's got himself a bunch of listings.
Well, I talked to Grace, and she had some wonderful things to say about the Z Team.
Oh yeah, we've heard them on the radio. I checked out the website at retiredarkansas.net the other day. Didn't really look like they had a lot of listings.
They don't have a lot of listings because they sell them.
Well, maybe it's time for us to call the Z Team. Marge, I think maybe this time you were right.
Well, there's a first time for everything.
Call the Z Team, Century 21 Lemac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East Mountain Home. 870-405-0793.
Here we go. SOLAR solar panels. SOLAR solar panels. Well, all you need to do is call the solar guys and smile and save money on the next sunrise. SOLAR solar panels.
Call the Solar Guys, your local solar experts. Find out how you can save money on the next sunrise.
SOLAR solar panels.
Hi.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV, visiting with Dr. Jake Long, our school superintendent. And we were talking about the teachers going to area businesses, and I remember doing that with my leadership program through the Chamber of Commerce. I think that should be done every year. That's
right.
Awesome.
It is good, and then we had some teachers that stopped by here, to hear about the work within the communication and broadcasting industry, and so just a lot of good opportunity, and really. It's so important. Sometimes in education, we get so tunnel vision on what we hear, see, that we fail to see what the rest of the community is dealing with as far as challenging or supporting. Dr. Rob Connor, he brought in a number of folks come in there and through the vet clinic, and man, just the amount of commerce that comes through, the veterinary industry is just astounding. And so all those things, very important to the community, and we'll continue to build on them. I wanted to take a second and highlight something from our ROTC group. And so, of course, the ROTC has been in place here in Mountain Home for really probably close to 2 decades. And it's gone through a growing period, and then it was stagnant, in which we lost our basically our naval funding for it, and so then it became a local supported program. But now we have actually our numbers have grown to a point to where we are going to receive the naval funding back. And that includes having 2 instructors instead of just 1. So Chief Williams has done an excellent job. This is, I believe, his 2nd year here in Mountain Home, and he is also, he made an announcement this week that he's pleased to announce Mountain Home ROTC has been ranked in the top 30% of all ROTC units in the country, resulting in being named Secretary of the Navy's 2022-23 Distinguishing Unit, which is our 2nd year in a row earning this honor.
Excellent.
And so that's no small feat. Top 30% of all units across the entire country. It's definitely a huge deal, and it's something that we should be very proud of. The thing that I love about that particular program and experience for kids, it's not just for individuals that want to go into the armed forces. I mean, it's not an armed forces recruitment, tool. It is a character development, citizenship development, program. And it's all student led. And so that's the thing that just is crazy about that is how much, because you create a ranking system within, the unit, just like you would, the military. And then it becomes all so much student-led, and those instructors really act as facilitators.
That's good.
And so I'm very proud of that work. It's definitely going, strong. Students all the way down to the 8th grade have the opportunity to participate in that, and so certainly great work. The other program that I wanted to highlight is our bomb squad. They are headed to Houston for World Championship next week, and so we want to wish them the best. You'll be able to look on our Facebook page for links. Of course, all those are live streamed, so you can see our actual bomb squad competing at a world level down in Houston. So.
Because they won nationals.
They've
in Arkansas.
That's right. Is a regional. Is a regional. But because we are the 16. Our team number is 16, and that's literally how far back that it's been in place. And so they're at the thousands right now as far as their team numbers, and so you can think that okay, we were the 16th named team, and so because we are a world champion, we do have an automatic qualifier for Worlds, but they would have qualified anyway because of winning the regional there. And really those particular programs kind of transition me into reminding folks about the millage vote on May 9th. And so we are, every Thursday night, we are conducting informational meetings, and so
and tours.
anybody and tours, and so anybody that has questions or wants to know about this particular project, I would strongly encourage you to come to these informational meetings.
Definitely.
They are not, to push one way or the other, but we want everybody to be able to see, hear factual information regarding, this particular vote on May 9th. And so early voting does happen on May 2nd, and so we're really down to just a couple weeks. So don't put off any longer of wondering, hey, I'm seeing some signs, or maybe somebody's stopping by my door either for or to oppose this. I would strongly encourage you to come. Find out the information for yourself. Because there are folks definitely that are working, towards the in support of the ballot measure, but there's also folks that are working to oppose the ballot measure. And so, if it's simply about, I don't want any more taxes, or I don't want to pay higher taxes, I understand that.
Sure.
Okay, and so that's, I understand that, but don't allow any kind of misinformation.
Right. Make an informed decision.
Misinformation, distort, your vote on this. Okay. If it's simply, I don't want to pay any more taxes, I get it. Okay. But let's not take some misinformation and allow that to sway one way or the other. So come visit, give us a call, 425-1201, and we'll provide as factual information as exists. Let you see it for yourself. Let you see and hear. Okay, phase 1 will happen here. Phase 2 will happen here. States requiring this amount to address. They're only going to fund X amount of piece of it, but you can't just take down a small part of the building and just address it. I mean, so that's why it's a very complicated issue, but it's an issue that is very important to the community.
Not too complicated that people won't understand after they go visit on Thursday and take a tour.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
So that will happen tonight. That'll also happen next Thursday, and then the following Thursday until the vote. And so plenty of opportunity for people to be informed.
Definitely. And if you want updates, I've texted this. I text Bombers to 207-849-8314. And they send out updated text messages on what they're doing and what's going on. I will say, because I can, that I am voting for it. And it's going to happen inevitably, whether or not we pass it or the state comes in and takes over it. So I would rather us make that decision. And it's going to cost me $67 a year more. I can afford that. Anyways, that's my little spiel on it. You did say that there's Special Olympics. We've got just a couple more minutes, so let's talk about that.
So the Special Olympics, they will be. We will be hosting the Special Olympics tomorrow, and so what a great event! And that's the track and field. What a great event for our kids to be able to participate and so really appreciate all the community support for that, all of our staff, the hard work that they've put in to provide those opportunities for kids, and so they're excited and we're excited, and the weather looks to be beautiful. Sometimes in April you don't ever know.
I know, right?
But there's so many events happening. Next Thursday, the 20th, is the Bomber Relays, and so that we'll have about probably 25 schools come to Mountain Home and to compete in track and field. I tell you, our boys and girls track and field teams, they're poised to make a really solid state run, and so I think last year we were runner up. Of course, our cross country team, they've done a phenomenal job. Our softball, baseball team, they're competing every Thursday and Friday night, or Tuesday and Friday night for state run. Both having high levels of success, so lots of opportunity to come visit the Bombers.
Doing real good. One last thing, my wife wanted me to remind: ACT Aspire is coming up, so get your kids ready. Right?
Go. That's right.
Gotta love them tests.
That's right. Get you breakfast, get a good night's rest.
Yes, sir.
And those are important. for a true reflection of the work that our kids have done, our teachers have done, and our parents have done.
Yeah,
so.
very good. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate it. Always a pleasure to have you
Well,
on.
I always appreciate your guys' support. I always appreciate having the opportunity to share good things about Mountain Home Public Schools.
Definitely. You all, thank you for watching, and you have a great day. We'll be back tomorrow with Bob Rechtenwald and This Week in Sports, and Bob Zadora and This Week in Real Estate. Have a good day.